Child, say is it so? Did Chantel get dumped over Snails? Did Natalie really dump Josh? Or was Josh just giving her a way out? I don't know, but we sure gonna talk about it. Let's go.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. This is my review rant recap of 90 Day Fiance The Single Life. Let me see what it is. Season 4, episode 8, Chantel Gets a Taste. If I had to rate this episode, I would rate this episode a D. Y'all let me know downtown in the comment section, either replay or live, what you would rate this episode of 90 Day Fiance The Single Life. Okay, let me put my glasses on so I can bring these people up. I'm hoping you all are having a great day. We have a very full schedule today, as we will be live and in living color talking about the new TikTok series called The Lies He Told. So I'm hoping that you all are able to carve out some time in your schedule to join me this evening for that. And I promise all of you all who are waiting on my continued review of Love is Blind, I got y'all tomorrow. Okay, I got y'all tomorrow. It's some other stuff on the play, honey, that we got to do. Okay. So let me bring these people up so we can discuss them. Did I keep them? Yes, I did. So the first couple that I want to talk about is Debbie and Ruben. Of course, we know that Debbie is in Miami and she is dating Ruben. And she is trying to, in my opinion, make it appear that Ruben is like this small guy, someone who, she met online. Her son, Julian, is concerned about it and all that kind of stuff. I call BS on the play. I think that Debbie and Ruben have had a relationship with each other for quite some time. I don't think that this is a new relationship, but the two of them are, out and they're having a great time in Miami. And, they go on and start talking about, the seriousness of the relationship and where it's going to go and where it's not going to go and all of that kind of stuff. And she gets the opportunity to go and meet his father. So she goes to his home and she meets his dad. And he told her that, basically he's taking care of his parents, and that if the two of them were to go into, go further in their relationship, that she would have to consider moving to Miami because he is indeed taking care of his ailing parents. And so, she asked, about the mother, and he had told her that, the mother is currently taking chemotherapy and that taken had made her sick, and so she's currently in the hospital and all of that. And so now Debbie, wants him to meet her son, because he doesn't live with her, but child is so damn phony. I ain't got it to do. The next person that I want to talk about, Tim, I'm really concerned about Tim. I don't know if you all are or not, but I'm very concerned about him. So she's in Vegas and she came up there to meet, Patrick and Theus or Thias or whatever the hell her name is. And during that conversation, she discovered that John, did I call him Tim? I hope not. That he doesn't want a baby. He appears to like this relationship with her and all of that kind of stuff. He is trying to, give her signs and signals and trying to reassure her that he does like her. And I think that, it takes you around their family, I guess this kind of speaks some kind of volume, right? I mean, I guess maybe the volume is at medium, but he doesn't want to be pressured into this relationship and everything. I think that John and Megan are together. And the reason why I think that is because when we saw his apartment, it already looked like it was being stripped down. He said that he had boxes everywhere, but I just really think that he was already packing to go and live with her. But anyway, she has a daughter. She's already introduced her daughter to him. Her daughter is autistic, and he is ready to move into her life and to be, a stepdad, I guess, to her child, but he just doesn't want a baby. I don't know what that is about him, why he doesn't want a baby, but if he don't want a baby, he don't want a baby, right? And so, the two of them are talking about that. And, she's like, I'm really shocked by it and all of that. She didn't want to leave. So when they really had this serious conversation about, I'm sorry, y'all, those are the dogs. So when they have a serious conversation about it, John was like, at this point, I want the relationship, but I don't want to be pushed. I just need more time. And she had already gave him an ultimatum and said that, she wanted him to make a decision within 30 days. And so I'm saying, don't backpedal off of your ultimatum. If you made that ultimatum with him, then you need to make sure that you follow all the way up with that. Don't ever let somebody talk you out of your negotiables or your non-negotiables. But she really is wanting to be with him, and he really likes her. But he's like, I don't, this is a big decision, and it is that I have to make, and I do not want to make this decision under duress, right? I wouldn't either. Right. And I think that if it were me and I felt like I was being pushed up against the wall, I would rather end the relationship than to stay in the relationship and be hounded and hassled, if you will. Yes, John should have come to the table with his decision made, but I do think that as a woman, you have to make sure that you stand your ground. And if you say that this is what you want it in a certain amount of time, and that you have a child involved, you got to consider first that child. And I think that she just needs to keep it pushing, and try to find her another love. But after, John had dropped her off at the airport and he didn't walk her in, I was kind of shocked by that. But he dropped her off at the airport and everything. And, as he was leaving, he started having car issues. And he had to end up getting his car towed. And I was just like, John just seems like he's struggling. He very well may not be, but to me, he just seems like he's a struggling, everyday kind of guy. He's just an everyday kind of guy, and he's just struggling in this relationship. The next person that I want to talk about is Chantel. Now, we all know that Chantel is in Greece playing. She's in Greece with her three friends, and she has met this soccer player. And she, got invited out to a function with him and his family and friends and stuff, right? And so, she is, of course, always going to be dressing like, I don't know why she wears revealing clothing. her body is already together. She can wear a pair of jeans and a sweatshirt and look nice in it. Like, really, she has that kind of body. And I always wonder why, girls be just doing too much or doing the most, right? I just never understand that. But anyway, she's with her friends and everything. And I think that what she really needs to do though is show up by herself. She's already got production with her, so it's not a safety issue. She needs to show up by herself so that we can think, or we can suppose that she's really serious about this. I think that she's doing it all for the camera. But anyway, she goes and they're having like a snail festival. And she automatically gets grossed out. I would have too, but the way that she handled it was wrong. He was trying to be engaging with her, but she was rejecting something that was in his culture. This is something, and then too, I think he's sick of the friends. I mean, let's just go ahead and be serious. If she's really trying to have a real relationship with him, she shouldn't have her friends with her like that, but she does. And it's irritating the dog do out of me. I don't know about y'all, but it's irritating the dog do out of me. But anyway, so wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, where is this comment coming from? Okay, I know what you're saying, because I was like, what? Wait a minute, what's going on? Okay. So anyway, she's at the table and everything, and they're bringing around the snails, and he asked her to try. She's got her nose turned up. She wanted him to be slobbing her down like he was on the beach and all that. And he's like, no, he's not into that. He's with his friend and he's in a different environment. So all of that stuff that they were doing downtown on the beach was appropriate for the beach, but it's not appropriate when you're sitting at a snail conference or a snail festival around a whole lot of people. And because Chantel is not getting that physical attention that she wants from him, she feels rejected and dejected. And of course, she starts rolling her eyes. She said, he's not paying me any attention. He's with his friends, X, Y, and Z. But you put your friends thousands of miles away to be with him. And every time you've been with him, your friends have been around. The audacity of it all for her to believe that he should be treating her, any differently than she has presented herself to him. That's just my opinion about it. But anyway, so now, she's upset and all of that kind of stuff. Exactly. My sentiments, exactly. I can't with Chantel. It just, stop playing games. Okay. The next person that I want to talk about is I have on there Vanessa, but of course we know her name is Veronica. And I have not fixed that. And at this point, I'm probably not gonna fix it. But anyway, she is, hold on a second, y'all. So, this is the app the same day, right? Last week we saw Tim having this awkward kiss with his girlfriend. This week we see her and Jamal. So while they were at dinner together and they had played pickleball, which was something I probably would not have ever agreed to do with my ex-boyfriend. But anyway, she says there's nothing going on between her and Tim. I think that she's probably the only one that ever got the good from Tim, to be honest. I don't think Tim has done anything since he's been with Veronica. But anyway, she's in the car with Jamal and they're having this continued conversation about her feeling like she needed to make Tim's date comfortable. And so Jamal is asking and saying, hey, this is weird. It is bad enough that the two of you all are so close to each other, but it really is uncomfortable for you to be trying to make her comfortable. Like, are you his fixer? And so, she gets upset about it. She says, well, I want to make everybody comfortable. But I didn't see her doing all of that stuff with his friends, who lived in North Carolina. And I also did not see her doing that with Tim when Tim and Jamal were having issues between each other. She said what she wanted to speak in Spanish because she felt more comfortable doing that. And so I spoke in Spanish with her. But at this point, they've all probably been told what was going on and what was being said in the conversation. What is something is itching me? Won't have this on, will we? I don't know what it is, but something is definitely itching me. But so, her and Jamal get into an argument over it. She's very angry. She's screaming at him, and he's telling her, don't scream at me. And I agree with him 100%. Don't sit here in the car and scream back and forth at me. Like, that's what we're not going to do. But of course, she insists on screaming at him and telling him that he doesn't understand. She wants to make the girl comfortable and all of that kind of stuff. And I don't. I just think that she's meddling in Tim's business. And I think that for anybody, it would be uncomfortable. The relationship period is uncomfortable. Like for real, come on. Let's just be serious about it. So anyway, the two of them, are arguing and everything. It rolls over into the household, and that's when she really starts to get indignant. And she's telling him that they're going to sleep in separate bedrooms and all that kind of stuff. And so he was like, "Do you want me to leave?" She compared her relationship with Tim with his relationship with his mother. And he was like, how, first of all, those are two different relationships, and they are. One is sexual, one is paternal. So I didn't understand where she was going with that either, or why she even went that way. I could not understand it, but she went there. And he just was like, no, this is what we're not going to do. Eventually, he goes into, she storms upstairs, and he's like, okay, well, I'm just going to pack a bag and go to the hotel. I just don't think that they're compatible. I don't know whether or not the two of them are still together or not. But I mean, squeeze the lemon and be done with it. That's what I say. Squeeze the lemon and be done. Anyway, that is the conclusion. Oh, nope, got one more person, and that's that daggone Natalie. Natalie and Josh broke up. Natalie finally figured out that Josh don't really fuck with her like that. He doesn't care. He is moving in another direction, and he's basically told her, I'm going in another direction, and I'm not going to be able to give you what it is that you want. I don't want you around my kids. She talked that out with her mother. She understands that she doesn't get invited to see the kids, to be around them during the holidays. He has put her up, in California, and that's cute. That's so cute. Natalie. That's cute. But she now understands that he just does not want her. And so, while he's trying to talk and tell her that he can't give her everything, he's just not the right person for her, she stops him and tells him that she, wants to break up. And so, of course, she's crying. She said that, men, hurt her heart, and men disappoint her and all of that kind of stuff. Girl, bye, get in line. One thing I noticed about Natalie is that at one point she's up, the next point she's down. You never know what Natalie you're going to get out of the bag. And for any man, that's frustrating. When she shows up, her head may be down like a dog that ain't ate in 5 days or whatever. I mean, she's just, her emotions are all over the place. And I'm just like, no, and no. So the two of them broke up. I can't give y'all nothing more than what they gave me. Anyway, y'all, that is the end of my review. Do not forget, if you to turn your notification bells on. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Y'all, don't forget that we are going to be going live tonight, and we're going to be talking about the new TikTok series called The Lies He Told. This is a very interesting story. Again, we're going to be going live and we're going to be streaming it on TikTok. This one, I believe, has, gosh, I think it's maybe 20 videos. So we may be able to get through that in a couple of hours, but I would love for you all to join me. It will be subscribers only. So if you have not already subscribed to the channel, please do so that you can have an opportunity to talk and interact in the chat and not have to wait 20 minutes in order to do so. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. And until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets and in the water. Bye, y'all.